Hi friends, welcome back. This is Solomon Jagwe. I'm back with another quick insight, and today is a very exciting day. So many of you have asked me about the Perception Neuron Studio suite, and you've seen me do reviews of the Perception Neuron Pro and the Perception Neuron 2.0 version. So the 2.0 version is much more affordable. It's I think $1,499, and it comes with gloves. Okay, between that and the Studio is the Perception Neuron Pro version, which doesn't come with gloves. So this right here is the Perception Neuron Studio version that comes with gloves. And I can't wait to open it and see what's inside of it, because I've seen videos of it, and actually even with the MetaHuman, they did a really cool demo. I can't wait to try this out with the MetaHuman project as well. So let's get started. I'm gonna cut it open and see what's inside. So this is the unboxing. And guys, if you're new to my channel, I kindly ask that you spare a minute to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're alerted when I post a new video. And for everybody else who's a steady subscriber, thank you so much for your support. And as always, thank you so much to all my patrons from my Patreon account. I'm up to 11. I truly appreciate your support. So let's open this and see what's inside the box. I am so excited, guys. You know, like at Christmas time when you get a gift and you don't know what's inside. That's how I feel right now. So guys, the wait is over. You've all been asking about the Perception Neuron Studio. Let me close this for now, just to be safe. So I hope I opened it from the right area. Okay. This is super exciting. Okay, so it looks like I should have come from the other direction, but nonetheless, let's all right. The box is very well insulated. Let's push that over there and take a look. So the case, this is what the case looks like. It's very similar to the Pro version, and definitely bigger than the 2.0 version. So this is an anti-magnetic case, and you can see the beautiful logo, Perception Neuron Studio. And for the most part, when all my Perception Neuron work that I've done so far, I always keep my suits inside of these boxes. I never leave out hanging, because there's still the danger of magnetism. But from what I've read, this suit is supposed to be less susceptible to magnetism. It's supposed to be it is, from what I'm reading, is that it's an improvement from the 2.0. I've tested it. This is cool. Look at that. So I got a nice letter from the Noitom team, and it says, Solomon, thank you so much. We really hope you enjoy the experience with PN Studio. We all love your work. Keep it up, Alex, Daniel, and the Noitom team. Oh, you guys, thank you so much. I've never received a letter like this with equipment, so this is a really nice touch. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate this. That is, guys. So, I'm an entrepreneur, right? So my wife and I run Soul Studios. It's a brand new art and animation studio. One thing that I'm learning really, really early on is that how you treat people makes a big difference. Notes like this go a long way to keeping a customer and making people happy about the product. So, in as much, regardless of what goes on with the equipment, and there's never going to be a perfect, solution for everything, but the way you treat people is very important. So, Noitom team, thank you so much for this note. It means a lot. In these days of digital, to have a handwritten note for me means a lot. Because customer service and it's a key and it's an essential component to running a business. And I'm learning that real early on, even as I'm working with Nkoza and Nankya, and the app, the iOS app, Android app, the Amazon app. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. And I can't wait to test this out and see how it works. All right, so let me try this. These are some really cool notes in here. All right, so this is the unboxing. Let's see what's in the box. One thing that I've been excited about the most the gloves. I've been wanting to see what the gloves are really like. So guys, there are 2 gloves that come with this box, and here it is. This is the new gloves for the Perception Neuron Studio suit. You can see that. There's a nice logo over there. So what's fascinating is that whereas before you had, like on the 2.0 version, you have the straps outside and you had to put on the finger. Here it's inside. That's inside. All of these are inside. So you still get the opening, and let's see the thumb. Yeah, I can definitely feel like there's a neuron. I don't know if that's a neuron or if just a connection, but this is the hub right here, and you can tell that this is where you can add the add-on for like a plug-in, like a socket kind of thing. This is really well designed. I was wondering if they were really heavy, but it's surprisingly light. And maybe because I haven't put in the battery yet. Let me see. This looks like, I don't know if there's a battery case. Let's open it. So one AA battery goes in there. Is it AA? Let me make sure. So I'll check and see what kind of battery goes in there. Okay. So you definitely need a battery in here. So one thing I off the top of my head and off the bat, it's right away, keep a stock of these batteries on hand. Clearly, you won't be plugging this in somewhere to charge. You need a battery, so go maybe Walmart or Target, whatever, buy a set of batteries to keep on hand. Like if you go on a shoot outside, just keep that in mind that you need batteries to go into each glove. Okay, and so this is the right hand. Let me try on the glove. As you can tell, I've been waiting to try this out. So even before I go into the suit itself, I was curious to see how the gloves fit. Wow. Those feel really good, guys. Of course, my next test is gonna be ding, 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 playing a guitar and seeing how it works. So up over here on the wrist, I feel like, when Spider-Man made his first set of web shooters, that's what it kind of feels like. So maybe this is where the neuron for the hand goes, for the palm. No, sorry, for the forearm. Okay, that's stable. This equipment brings out the kid in me. My son loves Spider-Man, so he and I, we talk a lot about that. And so these things just bring the kid out in me. And looks like over here, if it's not snug enough, you can pull it and tighten it like that. But overall, I feel the gloves are very comfortable, very comfortable. And this is it was always the challenge in the 2.0 version, is that these things seem to always be slipping, and the Velcro would wear out after a period of time. So it's actually promising, and this is very encouraging to see the nodes. And I've noticed that it's actually one node for the top of each finger, whereas before you had like for example for the forefinger, like the middle index finger, you had 1 and 2. And also for the thumb, it has one node up here, and then there's a cable inside. So you can see the cables leading up to the inside right there. This feels very secure. All right, guys. So that is the first test to see how the gloves look, and you can also tighten the palms. Very cool. These are really well built. Thank you so much, Noitom team, because I've been waiting. People have been asking me from from you guys who are major, like who come to my video via YouTube channel often, that how do you compare the Perception Neuron Studio to the 2.0 version? And clearly, this is a major improvement. This is the main improvement, especially from the Pro version to the Studio version. So this is really cool. Now, the difference, I noticed that in the 2.0 version, in that case, it comes with 2 pairs. So there's a small pair and a large pair for like if you have small hands and large hands. So for this one, it looks like you only get, before I say anything more, let me first make sure. Let's see. Okay, so that's in here we have an Ethernet cable. And then here looks like a USB cable. Okay, let's close that. I love nice design, guys. It's like when something just falls back right into place like that. It's so fulfilling. Anyway, I digress. Right, and this feels more robust than the Pro version, and the 2.0 for sure doesn't have this, but this is the one that where the Ethernet cable comes in. Now I'm familiar with this, so I can off the bat tell you that for sure this goes into like your computer, so that it can receive the data. So it's like this is what the Wi-Fi is gonna transmission of the data. So all the nodes the neurons that you connect, the data is received over here. Whereas before you had to have it on your belt. Now the neurons, this transmission comes from the neurons themselves. And I think that's what makes it more versatile. It's very solid. This is not plastic, guys. This is metal, like real metal. So this is really good. And looks like you can actually mount it on a tripod. Like if you had like a tall tripod, looks like you can mount it nicely so that you get a very good range from that. That's really cool. Let's put it back. Okay, and let's look at the neurons. So this is the case with all the neurons. That's pretty cool. So this is the neat thing, is that before you had to, it was difficult to charge all the neurons at the same time. But now you can definitely charge using this case, the one where the neurons come in. You plug it in and let's see. That's interesting. So yeah, I think it goes right here. So we'll check out when I'll test the charging as well. But inside is where you find the neurons, and these are nicely protected. And let me see if it's actually labeled. I'll take one of them out. Yes. So underneath, you can definitely see the label. For example, that one, you can see it's the right shoulder. Okay. And then inside there, I don't know if you can see it. Inside there is they're like ports inside for charging. The way it's designed, this has to go back inside like that. And that's how it charges. So, and then these neurons for the glove. So this goes in like so. So that's how the neuron goes onto the glove, and it clicks in nicely. So there are no cables connecting this. All the transmission is coming from here, and that actually makes it less susceptible and more protected. It has more protection to protect against magnetism. So that is a big improvement from the 2.0 version, and that is cool. And actually, it's light. Surprisingly light. I thought it was going to be heavy, but it's surprisingly light. And to remove it, simply it's a snap, turn, and then pull out. This is a good design to be able to remove them. Before, you had to use your nails to pop it, and that was for the 2.0 version. I think that's why this is a good investment. So guys, if you're an indie filmmaker and maybe you're a small studio, if you're starting out, I personally recommend starting with the 2.0 version, which is 1,499, and test it out, for your trials and whatever. And then when you get a budget for your short film, for example, or episodes for your maybe children's series or animated series or whatever, then consider upgrading to this, because it's about $6,000, the suit itself, and then you add on the gloves. So that's when you go in the semi-pro to pro level. And I think having gloves makes a big difference, because the software is free and the gloves come as part of this. You can still buy the studio suit without the gloves, but you can see that when you buy the studio suit, this suit and this option, it comes ready with the gloves in it. You get one pair of gloves. You don't get two gloves like in the 2.0 version. So just keep that in mind. And it looks like, I don't know if they made it so that it's universal, and maybe that's why they put these adjusting straps to make sure it fits a wide range of people. So if I have fairly large hands, and so if you have like smaller hands, so your fingertips might be actually like around here. Okay, because my fingers, I can actually palm a basketball, but I can see that for me, fortunately, because I play guitar, this is actually a good thing, because then those fingers can touch the strings without the velcro or the material getting in the way. And also this is tight, so it makes it easier to do the playing of the fingers like that. So I can't wait to try out the software itself. So this is the unboxing, so you can see what comes in the box. And then in my next video, I'll be showing you how this suit works together in iClone, in the Unreal Engine, in Motion Builder. And so I will do a range of tests to show how this helps with the character animation. And see, considering that we're in a pandemic right now, I think these tools make a big difference, because then you can work independently, remotely, without the need of a big area, a capture space. Because even where I am right now, I'll still be able to do some decent sessions of motion capture for different characters and short films, and definitely for the adventures of Nkoza and Nankya, because for me, we are a small team. Soul Studios is just started in 2019, late in the year. So we are barely even at we're not yet 3 years old. So we are still growing, and this makes a big difference, because as a small team, I don't have a whole army of animators to animate the Nkoza and Nankya characters. So for me, this saves me a lot of time, and the money that you invest in this kind of hardware eventually pays for itself. So even if I had the money, of course, I would pay animators to animate the characters, but because I am not yet there, I know I can invest that kind of money to buying the system, knowing I can still pull off the animation. And for us, we've actually won an award through for the short film that we did, The Adventures of Nkoza and Nankya, The Elephant Tail. And we used motion capture for that short film. We didn't have a large team. It was actually me and one other team member doing the 3D. And then, of course, we had the concept artists and illustrators. But for the 3D part of it, it started off as me working with help from a gentleman called my friend, Nathan Agello, who's based in California. And then with my co-worker, Bruno Lewis, who's actually based in Uganda. And so that is us, so you can imagine if you have a small team, this is where this comes handy. So forgive me for rambling, but I'm trying to show the benefits of these hands, because animating hands is pretty difficult. I mean, it's not difficult, but it's time it's time intensive. It takes a lot of time to do that and pull it off. So, things like that, when your character is punching, pointing, and things like that, whatever you do with these hands, that's exactly what's gonna happen on the character. So I can't wait to try out the software aspect of it so we can see how it works. All right. So those are the gloves. And sorry, I meandered a little bit, but I wanted to make a quick point there, the value of having the gloves in the modular system. So in here, we have the upper body strap. Let me see if this is different from the Pro version. So it's the same. These are the straps are the same as the Pro version, but definitely different from the 2.0 version. So you can see this material right here on the straps. This is anti-slip. So when you have it on your arm, it makes it stick closer to your skin and doesn't slide around. So that's a very good thing. So the 2.0 version, these are definitely, the straps are an improvement from the 2.0 version, but it's the same strap system for the Pro version. And the reason I like these strap systems is because if you have an actor, who's different actors of different sizes, it's much easier for you to put these straps on your body, and it can fit different sizes of people. That's the advantage of that. So that's why I recommend this if you're a small studio and you're on a budget, that you actually try this out, because you may have like opportunities that may open up, and people who come in, maybe volunteers, you are able to swap this out much quicker than you would on a suit, like a full suit that you have to wear, because we all have different sizes of bodies and heights. So this is very good. So that is the upper body strap, as you can see, and over here arm strap. So I'm sure this is the exact same thing as the Pro version, because I have a Pro version. And in here, this is really handy, by the way, guys, and I've mentioned this before, but here you can see the dimensions on here. But also, once you put on the suit, it sits underneath so that it doesn't slide around. It's really, really good. So these are all the same as the Pro version, guys. So same strap. So I think I don't even need to go through the rest of them, because I know for sure I have the Pro version and the 2.0 version. I am very familiar with that system. So these straps are going to be the same. But as always, I think design is always important, but also listening to the people who are using the system. And I think the feedback you guys have been giving to Noitom and Neuron perception neuron system is helping improve it for other people, because all this wasn't there when the 2.0 started. But being able to do like a studio version where the fingers are different, the gloves are different, it's a modular system. So this is pretty cool. And let's see in here. And these are the leg straps. Okay, so it comes with 3 bags: the upper body, the arm straps, and then of course the legs. So all those neurons go into these different straps, and you saw how I was able to easily snap and lock. And then here, the rest of this is for charging. So this part right here goes into here. So that's how you charge all the neurons at the same time. And also for calibration wise, you load them back in here, and then you go through the calibration in the software and do like that. So it's much easier. Before, you had to take out each neuron in the 2.0 version if you need to recalibrate it. Okay. So let me put this back. All right, so there was one other thing that I think I haven't mentioned, and that is the dongle. So before, the system didn't require a dongle, but now it does require a dongle. So this little guy right here, you have to plug this into your system for the perception neuron to work. So it's like a USB, I think it's a 3.0. It's a CM stick. So you definitely need this dongle for the suit to work, the software to work, the Perception Neuron Studio. So they've upgraded it, and it's supposed to have a really good, and I reviewed the data before, guys. So you've seen the quality. So I can't wait to actually do like a real mock-up session and be able to share with you guys. So again, thank you so much for joining me today for the unboxing of the Perception Neuron Studio. So you get a sense of what comes in the box and definitely how the new gloves look. And they're surprisingly light. I think from the pictures that I've been seeing online, it looked really heavy. But once you need a battery for sure, and put it in there and then start working. So in my next video, I'll do a test to show how it works with the studio. But thank you so much for joining me today. And please stay safe and please don't give up on your dreams. Dare to dream big. And thank you so much, Noitom, for sending me this so I can actually do some motion capture for Nkoza and Nankya and my short sci-fi films. And guys, as always, I'll continue to share anything that I come across that can help us as indie filmmakers and storytellers, so we can tell our stories more believably, and more convincingly. And also, especially since we're going through a pandemic, I think we have to harness the technology that's on the market right now. We have to deal with social distancing, and motion capture is going a long way. Thank you so much, guys, and see you next time. Peace out. Much love.